Good morning, everybody. It's Lorraine Alternative Homesteading. I think it's July 31, 2025. Well, the criminals were very busy last night, and this is what they did again. And you know that I cleaned all of this up, and nobody's up here. I've got a couple of cats and kittens and stuff, but they did this all over again. And then I'm going to show you also what they did. But they have sliced one of the cat's beds. I leave cat cushions outside, in addition to my lawn cushions, which you all know, if you've been following me for a while, they sliced them all. So now this is what happened overnight. Mind you, it rained last night. We had a lot of rain for over about 2 hours. So yeah, this is what the criminals did to their cushion. Right here. There you go. So everything that belongs to my cats, to me, they destroy. They drilled a hole in the side of this building. Here, here, here. That one was about 2 years ago. But I'm just going to show you that Travis Sparks, who built all these buildings, he would never have holes in his buildings like this. They're perfectly round. Look at that. And the criminals do this so that bugs and water and stuff can get in here, and it looks unsightly. And they also drill holes in the porch, which I reported to an attorney recently. Here. Now, mind you, there were no knots in this porch. They want you to think that they're knots because they create these holes and pretend that they're knots, but they're not. Here, here, and over there. So this is something else I'm going to have to clean up today. Karen Stewart wrote an article called, it's the Make Work for Morons program. So what they do is these morons actually make work for the homeowner, for the targeted person and stuff. And that's what they did. So they destroyed this cat bed, and they punctured that cushion again. So now I'm going to have to get rid of it. I mean, it was still fluffy, and I was able to keep it. But anyway, I hope everybody's doing well today. It's Friday, and you can see it's rained. My grass is too long. Oh, and suddenly I have a low battery. Suddenly, we've got a low battery, and I've got criminals driving by. Silver pickup truck. Looks brand new. Oh, here's the black car. It's the monitoring car. That monitors the responses to the first car. And usually that means that there's some perpetrator on the property, some little loser criminal, some little gift card whore, some little military piece of crap. But anyway, I posted a video early this morning. I hope you all have a chance to watch it. It's a testimony from a woman named Amy. And Amy was a scientist, a research scientist, quite brilliant. Now, don't be put off by her delivery in this video. She was targeted for a while, and she was drinking alcohol. And this is why I advise you guys, don't drink alcohol. It makes you appear stupid, you know, and you never know what's going to come out of your mouth. But you never know what's going to come out of my mouth either, and I don't drink alcohol. I just sometimes don't have a filter when I choose to not have a filter. But anyway, it is an astounding testimony and video, and she's no longer with us. People are asking, well, how did she die? Well, we're not exactly sure, and this is what happens with targeted people. She died under suspicious. Her death was suspicious. But it was already predicted. She already predicted it. There goes another brand new silver 4x4 Dodge pickup truck. That's the third one. There are actually more, but I didn't get the rest of them on camera because I didn't start recording yet. So it was astounding. And I got that video, I mirrored that video from a YouTube creator, a Dog Woo, something limited, or I'm not exactly sure how to pronounce it. It's in the description section. And thank you so much, Con Artist, for reviewing the video and marking the timestamps that were profoundly important. So you can see Con Artist's comments after viewing the video. He timestamped all the important topics. One of which at the bottom was, you know, after she'd gone to the FBI. Now get ready for this, guys, if you haven't watched the video yet. The FBI told her that it's out of their jurisdiction. It's sort of like when I reported the cyber stalking here in Jackson County, Kentucky, to the local sheriff's department. They had the audacity to say it was out of their jurisdiction when this is where I live. So I ended up calling the police department where the cyber stalker lives, and they actually took the report and tried to contact him, but then turned to me and said, you really need to report this to your sheriff's department. I said, well, I did, but they said it's not their jurisdiction. And she blatantly told me that's flat out not true. It's where the victim, the person that's being victimized, resides, not where the perpetrator resides. I mean, unless, of course, they're in the same town. But yeah, so I thought that was really interesting. Really interesting. Here they come back again. Here they come back again, boys and girls, men and women. Tahoe, white Tahoe. Woman with brown hair. She always looking. Everybody that drives by is always looking here. You know why? Because they're the gift card whores. At this time of the morning, it's like 9:15 a.m. 9:15. How many people are driving by at that time? If people are working, generally they're starting at 9 or 10. Depending on what companies they work for. But there's no companies around here, very few. So if they needed to get to work on time, they would have had to have left an hour ago. So there should be no traffic on this road, zero. Except for when Lorraine Valente walks out her front door to retrieve her mail, and then we've got a parade. Like everybody loves a parade here in Jackson County, Kentucky. And just for the record, this is Judge Gabbard's slop mess. Give a shout out to Shane Judge Gabbard, who's in charge of the road crew and the construction here. Now, when I moved here, all of this was rock. And it should have been rock, and they should have bucketed it by putting a net over it. But no, not this town. Instead, and this now is just about a year old. After 9 months, within 9 months, this cracked. So basically what he did is he poured all this concrete slop mess here. This is already trespassing my property. See, because this is my property marker here. So without my permission, he dumped all this concrete on my property. And what it does is when it rains heavily, it acts like a shovel because a rock sifts the water through it and funnels it and actually cleans the water to go into the county creek. But instead, Judge Gabbard, the asshole that he is, yeah, he's such an idiot, poured all this concrete here that looks unsightly. It never went to the end here anyway. So you've got some of the concrete here that used to be grass. You can see this all used to be grass. But then what he did is he created this solid surface that when it rains heavily, and you see the slope here, basically all the water rushes towards my property. And you could see that there is a bottleneck there of all the stone that was up here. Now this is, we're talking about over 6 years. They have done zero. They should have cut this tree. They should have raked up all of this rock and placed it back up on the sides here for support, but no. And this is what it looks like here, just a total hot mess. And why is this a hot mess? Because I haven't had a good landscaper that would go in here and clean some of this up. I don't have the kind of tools to do it, and actually I'm not going to. I'm not going to. But yeah, so this is what it looks like for all you people that own property. Or if you're a civil engineer, give me a shout out, contact me, tell me what's wrong. Although I already had the Kentucky Department of Water that said that it's just a slop mess. Yeah. So this is it. So we've got a little hole here, big hole here. Oh, it almost looks like an eye. Oh, and there's like a spider web over there. And this is depressed over here, and they cracked my driveway from all the water here. Yep. But this is what it looks like here in Jackson County, Kentucky. And then, you know, you have to wonder, like, where'd all the money go? I know, the money's going to paying all my neighbors to harass me and stalk me. And all of these people that drive back and forth, and of course the people with all those very expensive vehicles with very heavily tinted windows. They don't want you to look inside because they're private contractors, and some of them may be actually from New Jersey. One of them actually has a 732 number on the license plate, which is my former area code. Actually, it's still my area code. I kept my phone number. I kept one of my phone numbers. So yeah, so this is what it looks like here. They have completely rerouted the water. All of that should be green, and you see it's brown because they've raked it up, rerouted water, changed the incline of my property. They have dug up rock and pushed the rock down. It's not naturally forming. It's not natural erosion. So anyway, that's what's happening here today. You can see there's nothing going on in the sky because they already did yesterday and the day before. It's totally gray. We had a good soaking rain for over about 2 hours, maybe even a little bit more. But that's what's going on here. I hope you enjoy the video. I didn't post yesterday because these criminals keep knocking me out while I'm at my laptop. And it could be at any time of the day. It used to be specific times, like at night. And now it could be any time of the day or night. They just don't want me to be productive and do the things I need to do. And because, you know, they're mind reading you, they know what I'm going to be doing next. You know, when I start thinking about, well, I'm going to be filing complaints with the Attorney General. Oh, here comes the bottleneck. Here, check this out, guys. Watch this. Is that amazing? Caught on camera. I wonder how much money they got paid for that little skit show. But anyway, this is Lorraine Alternative Homesteading. I've got to get busy here. I didn't have my coffee yet. I've got to feed my other kitties. I've got Raccoon City here pretty soon. It's going to be, you know, it's like a raccoon rodeo going on here. I've got raccoons knocking at my door at night and in the morning. And that's, why is that? I've always had raccoons here, but not more than like 4 or 5 or even 6. This year, there seems to be like 30, and I believe that they have trapped raccoons from their property and dumped them off here. And that's what they do here in Jackson County, Kentucky. They dump dogs, cats, raccoons, you know, for plausible deniability. Oh, well, nobody has this many raccoons on their property. But anyway, I'm going to sign off for now, and I hope everybody's doing well. And, well, we've got the weekend. Tomorrow night is our chat, our live chat. And I think that's it for now. I'm going to probably repost a couple of videos, really important videos, to give you an idea of how these active shooters are created. And it's deeply disturbing to me. Very disturbing. Signing off for now.